some people that just give because they want to control others. And so that's a different vibration operating right there.
Sure. I need you to need me.
I need you to need me.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Right.
I need you to need me so I can feel worthy.
So I can feel worthy. And that has to do with self-worth. You know what I mean? So like, you know, just looking at it from that perspective, that's a whole nother ballpark right there. That's a whole nother frequency. And like we said, you know, or like the law of attraction, you don't get what you want, you get what you are. So if you give because you're trying to control other people and you don't feel worthy, you know what I'm saying? Then of course, what are you going to attract?
That experience.
You're going to attract that experience.
Yeah.
And you're going to be the self-fulfilling prophecy because you was given to trying to control.
Yeah.
You wasn't expecting love in return. Of course not. You know what I'm saying? You want to give because you feel like that person needs you and you like the feeling of being needed.
Yeah.
But then when you come to the realization or you get smacked in the face with some truth that that's not the case, you know what I'm saying? Then it becomes a problem. But like we said, you don't get what you want. You get what you are.
Get what you are.
Right?
Couldn't be more deserving. You got me cloud surfing, cloud surfing, cloud surfing. You got me.
Hey guys.
What's up? Welcome back to Love Hers. 808.
Doesn't work as much if you don't do the hand gestures.
You gotta do the hand gestures.
Anywho.
If you know where that's from, drop it. Drop it in the comments. Maybe you'll win a prize.
Yeah.
Yeah. Classic. Where's that line from? It's from a movie. That's the only hint I'm gonna give. Only hint.
Good hint.
So what are we talking about today, babe?
What are we talking about today? We are talking about the power of giving and receiving.
Power of giving and
receiving.
receiving.
I was waiting. I thought you was about to do something else with your hands.
I did.
You did. Look, she did. I'm sitting here looking at you saying over my head. Okay. Not that receiving. Or maybe that receiving, right? Maybe. Receiving
receiving
in all contexts, in all forms, right? The power of giving and receiving. And why this topic today, baby? Why did we choose this topic today? Why you think?
Why did we choose this topic?
I don't know. All the things.
Because it's important in all relationships to understand the power that comes with giving and the power that comes with receiving. A lot of people don't know the power of receiving. I think we're very programmed, especially as Black women, to give. Give.
For sure.
Give it all away.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Selflessly.
Yeah. You know?
Yes.
But there's a lot of power in receiving as well.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of vulnerability in receiving.
Which is also powerful.
Exactly. And a lot of people are not aware of that.
Right. Right. I mean, one of the things that come to mind in terms of the power of receiving is giving ourselves the ability to recharge.
To recharge, yes.
Right?
Yes. Tell me more.
To recharge because, giving, receiving, I can't think of who said this, but they're basically energetic equals. I want to say it was Eckhart Tolle, perhaps.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, energetic equals. And so whenever we are giving, we're sharing our life force energy with others, right?
Yes.
And in that giving, when we open ourselves up to receiving, we allow for the return, the recycling of that life force energy.
Yeah. The yin and the yang.
The yin and the yang.
They go hand in hand.
They do.
You can't have one without the other.
You really can't. And
Or you'll be,
yeah.
well, you can, but then you'll just be imbalanced.
Yeah, you'll be blocked.
Yeah. You block that energy flow.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure.
Absolutely.
And you need that energy flow so that you can be all that you can be. You know?
In the army.
Exactly, right? And that the art of that balance or the practice of that balance is crucial to your own development, to your own growth,
Sure. And your expansion.
to your expansion,
Yeah.
right? And consciousness as a whole.
Right.
And it's mandatory. I would say it's mandatory. If you choose to participate in your conscious evolution, then it is mandatory because it's necessary for your expansion,
Indeed.
for your growth.
Indeed.
And wherever we struggle the most, whether it's the giving side or the receiving side, that is an opportunity for growth.
Indeed.
So you can either take part in that or not.
Or no. Or no.
Or no.
Or no. Or no.
Either way, you're right. But it's just what do you want?
Yeah.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
intent? What's your intent?
What's your intent? What is your intent? And I mean, yes, you know, we have the choice to participate in either or both, right? Which is the goal, right? To be both giving and open to receiving. What gets in the way of both postures is fear,
Absolutely.
right? Fear.
Absolutely.
Fear based in lack, scarcity, fear of vulnerability, fear of being hurt, disappointed. I mean, at the root of the conflict or the barrier is fear.
Fear. What do you think people are fearful of?
Well, fearful of being disappointed, of being hurt, not knowing how to be with that disappointment, be with that hurt,
Yeah.
you know, because we live in a society where most people avoid feeling unpleasant feelings, you know.
Yeah.
And in that avoidance, we don't give ourselves an opportunity to realize the strength we truly have and our ability to experience those emotions or witness them without being engulfed by them.
Yeah.
You know? So,
True.
yeah, so I would say fear of being overwhelmed with discomfort in any shape
Yeah.
or form.
Yeah. And depending upon what perspective, you know, if you're coming from a victim perspective, then that fear of like when you give, but you give with the intention of receiving something,
Yeah.
or the intent, or
Yeah.
you just expect it back,
Right.
reciprocated,
The attachment.
right?
The
So,
transactional.
yeah, transactional giving,
Yeah. Ooh,
and
it's heavy.
I mean, and it's so programmed in us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like we automatically think, you know, if I do something for you, then you do something for me.
So many relationships are rooted in that,
Yeah.
that belief, that paradigm. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's you know, we can get caught up in our egos with that concept. and you can play the victim. And I feel like it's a natural feeling, you know, as a human.
Yeah.
It's like, because like if you do so much for people or someone,
Sure.
you expect them to do do it back, you know, whatever that thing is. You know, I did this for you. Can you do this for me? And then
Yeah.
if you don't do it,
Yeah.
then I feel some kind of way.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think that,
Guilty. Okay.
Yeah, me
I'll
too.
say growing.
Oh, yeah, growing.
Growing.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like that.
I like that too. We're not guilty. We're growing. But I think it's a little challenging to not think that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. To knee-jerk reaction.
And not to say that you have to stay in relationships where you feel like your needs aren't supported. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you know, but I think we save ourselves a lot of heartache
Yeah.
when you just give without attachment. Just give because you care. Give because you love. Now, even in there's even like scripture that talks about you know, like about like when you give and then you receive in tenfold,
10 times fold. Yeah. 10
right?
fold.
Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And how some people will take that and say, well, you know, I'm going to, you know, I'm going to donate, right, to this cause because I know I'm going to get it back.
Right.
Or like,
That's
I'm going to go feed the homeless
Yeah.
because I know
Yeah.
something's going to come back. Or it's like whatever that thing is. But I feel like that's kind of like a flawed perception.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I would agree with you on that.
Because I feel like, and that's just part of our evolutionary process, right? But I feel like the moment you give and you're giving because you genuinely just care,
Sure.
just giving because
Kindness of your heart.
the kindness of your heart, love, whatever, and you don't attach anything to it. I feel like the gift of that giving, that's the gift
That is
right there.
That's what you get
You know what I'm
in
saying?
return.
That's right.
It's
You know what I'm
already-
saying?
it's already being
It's just
returned.
automatic.
It's automatic.
It's automatic because
Yeah.
that was love. You just gave
That's
love.
opened your heart.
Yeah, you just gave love.
Yes.
Right? Whatever that thing was, like, you know, making dinner for someone or like that's love. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And not expecting them to do the same back
Yeah.
just because you did it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or
You could let that go to sleep.
oh, okay. Talking about the computer right here.
Yeah.
But I think that it'll also save us a lot of heartache
Indeed.
to just know
Yeah.
that thing you just did,
Yeah.
like you gave the love and you've already received it
You
back.
already received
The love,
Yeah.
whether it's from the person, like don't attach to the person that you did the thing for,
Yeah.
but just the universal
Energy.
intention.
Yeah. Intention
Of what
the
you
energy
gave.
that returns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you did it from the heart. You didn't do it because, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, yeah, but you gonna owe me this.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like
that's heavy.
that's heavy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And to be able to, that was so good, babe. To be able to give without attachment, you're very welcome. Requires a knowing
I know it really does.
of the truth that you are abundant.
Yes. Yeah.
And we are abundant. You already have
You have everything.
everything you need. Right?
And look, that's a practice too.
Woo, is
Because you know, I go
Isn't
back and
it?
forth with that sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
Because it's like you look around and you're like, but I ain't got this yet.
Sure.
And I want to
Sure.
get this.
Sure.
But you gotta, you know,
Yeah.
that's the ego. That's the human part of us.
Right. It is.
So we're not saying it's easy.
No, it's one of the biggest challenges that we face, and this is even reflected in scripture. Be in this world, but not of this world. Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The kingdom of heaven is within,
It's
right?
within.
Right? Peace that supersedes understanding, all understanding, right? The peace that we already have within, that on the surface someone could see you and maybe think that you don't have the things, all the things that most of the world believes you need to have to be happy, to be content.
Right.
And you can be the happiest person in the world.
Yeah.
Mother Teresa comes to mind.
Yeah.
Right.
And oftentimes, yeah. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, and so it does require a knowing, and we listen to Beautiful Chorus. If you all are not familiar with them, make sure to check them out. One of the songs that I love, there's a verse, the chorus says, "I am everything I hope for, I am everything I need." And, this is the work of us getting back to that truth.
Yeah.
Realizing that truth, and that realization can come from this giving without attachment, being open to receiving without fear, right?
Yeah.
Or it maybe not without fear, but allowing the fear to be present
Regardless
and
of
being
fear.
love anyway.
Yes.
Right. And so it's just very powerful. It's in that process, this giving and receiving, this reciprocal process, that we can realize our own abundance.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is amazing.
Yeah. And I feel like every time, just to hone down on the whole reciprocity, shout out to Lauryn Hill. That was the first time I heard that word when I was a little girl.
I love that album.
Had to go look that up. And
Oh
see.
man.
Reciprocity. Like, what is she saying? What that mean? But just to go off of that, I think the good practice, at least helps me, is like I was saying earlier, like when you give, right, with the right intent, you automatically are receiving, because it's like you add it to your karmic credit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So like you don't need
Yes.
the person that you gave to do anything in return.
Anything.
Because what's more powerful, that one person
Yeah.
or God? You know what I'm saying? Or your guides, your angels, your ancestors.
Yes. Or your soul.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
All those things are way more impactful
Yeah.
than just that one person
Right.
that you're now expecting to get something back in return.
Right.
Now, if you do get something back in return, that's just an extra blessing.
Right. It's just a cherry.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Cherry on top.
It's the cherry on top. That's a
Yeah.
beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And then it lightens the burden off of you, because you know that you're doing it from your heart
Yeah.
and with the intent of love. And so now you're just adding to your credit, your karmic credit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're adding to your DNA, your bloodline, your ancestry. You know what I mean? And every time you add to your karmic credit, it's like wiping out your negative balance.
Yes, it's freeing yourself from
You know what I'm
suffering.
saying? Yes.
Freeing
Yeah,
yourself
right.
from suffering.
And
Yeah.
looking at it like that, that little shift in perspective,
Huge.
you know, is huge.
Yeah.
Is huge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I said, I don't because I know I see this as well on a opposite side, where you see someone, particularly Black woman, constantly giving to their so-called helpmate, right? Their partner. And that partner is just constantly receiving, taking.
Yeah. Which is what we attract when
Exactly.
we keep ourselves in that giving, that posture. Yeah.
Yeah, right. And this happens a lot. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm not saying that that's okay. You know what I mean? But I feel like people that find themselves in that experience, they're in that experience because they have something to learn from that experience.
To learn to receive.
Right.
Yeah.
And to take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? And because it's going to be up to you to determine who gets to share your light.
Yeah.
Who do you want to share your light with?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Bloodsuckers. You know what I mean?
Vampires.
Vampires.
Energy vampires is the term. Yeah.
You know, and you got to value yourself more
Right.
than to allow that to happen. So that's not what I'm talking about. But, you know.
Yeah. You're talking about giving without attachment while honoring yourself and your divinity.
Yeah.
For sure.
Don't give what you ain't got.
Yeah.
Because that's almost an immediate way for you to have some resentment.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Self-sacrifice. I say this all the time. When we're consistently sacrificing our wants and our needs, resentment is right around the corner. Right around the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say that again.
Yeah, self-sacrifice. Whenever we're consistently sacrificing our wants and our needs, resentment is right around the corner. Yeah.
That's deep.
It is. Because when we give from this place of not feeling worthy, not believing in our abundance, there is this attachment to the outcome, but also this attachment to the other person's behavior, right? And when people don't do what we think they're supposed to do, which is often always all the time because people are being themselves, right?
Yeah.
That's when the resentment comes up.
Yeah.
Right? That's when the resentment comes up. And then we trap ourselves into believing that we need other people to change in order for us to be happy. Right? Hey,
Exactly.
King Kim.
Hey,
I
what's
love
up?
that. King Kim. I'm going to assume you've seen The Woman King based on that that handle. That's what's up.
Maybe.
So yes, I mean, that's where the resentment comes from, because it's like when you give with attachment, consciously and also subconsciously, you're looking for the return, the ROI on that, right?
Yeah.
And when you're giving from that perspective to the point of even being empty, then you're like, okay, now I need you to return. I need you to return what I gave to you. And if you don't, you don't, that's where the resentment comes in. That's what causes blow-ups in relationships, to the point of people not talking to each other, really just cutting each other off.
Yeah. That's sad.
Because of the attachment.
Yeah. And you know, there are a lot of people that like to give, like you were saying, with the idea of controlling other people.
Yes.
And that's why I'm saying, like, when you give, for one, don't give what you don't got, right? So then you ain't got to deal with the resistance or the, you know, just the whole anxiety of the thing that you gave.
Yeah, well, am I going to have what I need? Am I going to get what I need from them? Right, right, yeah.
But if you're just giving, like I said, from love, just because you care, regardless of whatever comes back or doesn't come back, that's a different story. But there are some people that just give because they want to control others. And so that's a different vibration operating right there.
Sure. I need you to need me.
I need you to need me.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes,
right.
I need you to need me so I can feel worthy.
So I can feel worthy. And that has to do with self-worth. You know what I mean? So like, you know, just looking at it from that perspective, that's a whole nother ballpark right there. That's a whole nother frequency. And like we said, you know, or like the law of attraction, you don't get what you want, you get what you are. So if you give because you're trying to control other people and you don't feel worthy, you know what I'm saying? Then of course, what are you going to attract?
That's that experience.
You're going to attract that experience.
Yeah.
And you're going to be the self-fulfilling prophecy because you was given to trying to control.
Yeah.
You wasn't expecting love in return. Of course not. You know what I'm saying? You want to give because you feel like that person needs you and you like the feeling of being needed.
Yeah.
But then when you come to the realization or you get smacked in the face with some truth that that's not the case, you know what I'm saying? Then it becomes a problem. But like we said, you don't get what you want. You get what you are.
Get what you are.
Right, and that's the frequency that you're vibrating on, which is why you keep attracting that same situation.
Yeah.
Which is why I said in the beginning, if you choose to participate in your conscious evolution, then we would start to operate differently.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Operate from a place of good intent, from a place of love.
Yeah.
And knowing that the moment that you give because of love, it's automatically given back, but in the form of credit, karmic credit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the universe has
Yes.
already rewarded you because you done already chose to participate
Yes.
in a higher evolving,
Yeah.
program.
For sure.
Frequency.
For sure. Yeah, beyond the egoic desire for pleasure and gain,
Yeah.
right? But from a more elevated understanding that, we live in a world of abundance. Like there's infinite possibilities and opportunities around for all of us to realize. And because we are a part of this universe and the universe lives within us, that is true of us as well.
Yeah.
Right? And that is an understanding that supersedes oftentimes the mind's comprehension. It's a feeling that we have, that feeling that comes when we are giving from the heart, right? And allowing ourselves to receive that feeling of expansion, that feeling of openness and receptivity to all that is, that feeling of life flowing to and through us. That can't, again, mentally be understood, but can only really be felt, right?
Yeah.
From that in that spiritual energetic body that we have.
Yeah.
Right? That etherical body that yeah.
And have you ever felt, you know the feeling, talking about what you're saying here, you know the feeling that you feel when you ever receive something from someone and they didn't want anything in return, and it's like you tried to give them something back because like it just felt so good. It's like, oh wow, thank you so much. And then you might try to give them something back in return, and they're like, no, I did that because I didn't want anything in return. Like I know what that feels like to me.
Yeah. What does it feel like?
Love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I've received things like that from people who I don't even know. Strangers. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, they don't want nothing in return.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like all it does, it just you can see how they become a magnet for receiving, because it's like you just like dang, you don't want nothing back. Like, why you do that?
Why you do that?
You know what I'm saying? Let me do this. And they're like, no, right?
Yeah.
But eventually they will take what you gave, but knowing that they didn't give to get something in return, all it does is just make you want to give them more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why you don't get what you want, you get what you are.
Yes.
Because the type of person that gives with no attachment and just gives for the love of who are they?
Yeah.
What are they?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Living in their God manifested in the flesh.
That's it. That's
Body.
exactly. They are love.
Love.
They are love.
Which is a whole different frequency.
It is.
You know what I'm saying?
It is.
It's a beautiful thing.
It is. It really is.
It's a beautiful thing.
It really is. It happened even yesterday. We went to visit our oil man, our oil and incense guy.
Oh.
Yeah. And we went there. We love these incense. They're absolutely amazing. So we go there to get these from him. He has the most amazing oils. And so we picked up a couple of things. And as he was wrapping, as we were wrapping things up, this oil that I love, he gave me the rest of what was left in the bottle.
Right. Yeah.
Right? And
Sweet.
for no other reason other than just to give.
Yeah.
Right? And immediately my heart opened up.
Yeah.
And it was the smallest gesture, right? But I could feel that it came from a genuine place of love and a genuine place of understanding and knowing his abundance, right? It just feels good when people give and when we receive without attachment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And that frequency is just contagious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
for sure.
when you receive something like that,
Yeah.
it makes you want to do that to someone else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
At least for me.
Yeah.
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 I'm sure for you.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely. Absolutely.
And you know what also too, it made me think about how like a lot of times, like other things that you can give and it doesn't even have to be something physical, right? Because what I like to do, and I think I learned this from somebody, but I can't remember. I don't know. But like when I see like homeless people, you know what I'm saying? And I don't necessarily like to give money. And if I don't have anything to give that's physical, tangible, almost every time I see someone like that, I send them a prayer. You know what I'm saying? And that is just love. And I know that I feel it, regardless if they feel it egoically or in their human form.
Yeah.
Right? It can't be denied though.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
no, it's in the universe.
It's in the universe.
Yeah, yeah.
And sometimes you could just pray for people. I mean, a lot of us don't even know how many people pray for us.
And the power of prayer.
And the power.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And, you know, that's giving as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's the automatic karmic credit. But don't do it for the karmic credit.
Right.
So, you know,
Right, that's the
part.
thing. That's the thing. Don't
Right.
attach
Don't do
yourself
it
to
for the
any
karmic
of it.
credit.
Just know. Just
Right.
know.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
It just feels good.
It just feels
You know what I'm
good.
saying?
Tune into that. You
feels
know,
good.
know that all is well. And when you're really present within, you feel it, and it's a feeling that is not. This isn't pleasure. This isn't that gratification or the ego, you know, boost that we get when we acquire things, right? The tangible things. No,
Yeah.
this is happiness. This
Yeah.
is joy. This
Yeah.
is elation. You know, it's elevated emotion that you know, that goes beyond anything that we can even begin to attach worry to or lack to or scarcity to. It's on a different vibration.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seriously.
For sure.
And so we've been talking a lot about giving.
Yeah. Yeah.
The other part is
Yeah.
the receiving.
Yeah. Why do you think we spent so much time on giving and now we're just getting into receiving? Because I was what do you think?
What do I think?
Yeah. What does that say about us, you think? What might that allude to?
I don't know. You tell me.
I would say that I think we're both used to being in the giving posture, right? And what I will say about our relationship is that, you know, this experience has helped me anyway, to help me learn how to be more in the receptive mode, right? To be more open to receiving. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
yes, that's. Yes. What about you? What about you?
You know I could go there.
I know you could go
But I
there.
won't.
Don't, please.
What do I think about me? Yeah, I feel like, and I've expressed this before. I definitely am used to being in the position of giving as far as, relationships, like intimate relationships, and I'm of course, yes, I think I've previously always wanted more of a balance with that. And so it's a good practice for me to try to stay in that balance, and which is what I do enjoy about our relationship, because I feel like it is it's more of a balance, of the giving and the receiving. But I also feel like my stronger suit would be the giving. You know what I'm saying? So it's a practice.
Yeah.
But it's a practice dealing with the worthiness piece of receiving. You know what I'm saying? So I know that. And like, like I mentioned, you don't get what you want. You get what you are. And I know that has been a practice for me, because if I want to be in a more balanced relationship as far as the giving and the receiving, then I have to be that as well.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so yeah. And receiving requires a certain amount of vulnerability. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think it's easier for a lot of people to give.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there is a whole nother world of receivers. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hold up. There's a lot of people that just like to receive.
They just like to receive.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah. Takers.
So,
So
I think we can
it's a whole
call
nother world.
them a different subgroup of people.
Takers more, because it's not really about receiving.
No,
it's more
it's
of
more
like
taking.
and the feeling of like.
It's the energy.
But that's
the
the way.
vibration.
And that's also a control method too. I feel like definitely.
For sure. It is. Yeah. No, that's good. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No. Oh, okay.
So with the receiving, so why is it important to receive?
Why is it important to receive? Well, one thing that comes to mind, which is kind of what we talked about earlier. I mean, that being open to reciprocity in your relationships is what adds energy unto you. It helps you replenish. It helps you restore, right? It helps you, give yourself what you need, right? It helps you make you a priority, right? And in doing so, you become more aware of what your wants and your needs are. You're more connected to self, right? And you become aware of your worthiness.
Right.
And all of that.
And you get to practice being present.
Yeah.
And what comes up for you.
Yeah.
What's coming up for you when you receive? And when you don't want to receive, what's coming up for you? Because that's a signal.
Yeah.
That's an area where
it is.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because some people it's triggering for some people.
For sure.
You know what I'm
Feel the
saying?
tension in your body.
Yeah.
You might get high.
Yeah.
Heart starts to raise. Yeah.
And you feel like
fear.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't feel like you have control. You know what I'm saying? And so those things are coming up not to be avoided, but to be confronted.
Yeah, felt.
To be felt and experienced
Yeah.
and explored and then expand upon, because once you allow those feelings to come and you sit with them and you see that it ain't that bad and you start to know that you are worthy, you know what I'm saying? And see, all that does is just raise you up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It just furthers your evolution.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Heals your past.
It heals your past.
Ooh.
Yes. And allows that vulnerability. Because that vulnerability shows you that you don't always have to be in control.
Yeah.
Because you really don't. That you're safe.
That you're safe.
Yeah.
That you're
Because you really
safe.
don't have control anyway. That's just an illusion.
Yeah.
That's just your ego.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What do we know? You're not doing. You're being done. We're not doing. We're being done.
We are being done.
Yeah.
By the all, you know. So it's like that receiving piece. And also, when you don't allow people to give to you so that you can receive, you are also blocking their energy as well. You ever try to get like I said earlier, like you ever try to give someone a gift and they refuse to take it? How does that make you feel? It's like, I want to give you this love for no other reason than to give it to you. Just out of love. I don't want nothing in return. I have no attachment to the outcome. And someone stops you from doing that. Like, no. That's not a good feeling. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, because it's like sometimes we think that not receiving is helping.
Yeah.
But it really stunts growth on both parts.
It does.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, this glorification of being pious, right? Being, you know, and how we at least I know growing up I was taught that it was better to give than to receive.
Oh, we hear that all the time.
Better to give than to receive. And so when we first of all realize the impact of being in that giving posture over an extended period of time and start to reevaluate you know whether that belief serves us or not, it does bring up a lot of the conditioning that keeps us feeling pretty drained and unhappy in our relationships.
That is true. It is not better to give than receive.
No, they're both equally
they're
important.
Equal. They're equally important.
Energetic equals equally important.
For sure.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
dang, I lost my thought with the receiving. But oh yes. So also, this also like taps into our like we said, the worthiness piece, but also that correlates to the wealthy abundance piece of the mindset, right? That we've been learning about.
Yeah.
And at first I didn't understand that, but learning more about how the subconscious is, it's like when you block that energy of receiving, for whatever that reason is usually because of a feeling of not feeling worthy,
Or limited beliefs. Yeah.
limited beliefs, right? What you then also do is show the all or the universe that you're not ready to receive more.
It's like putting the umbrella up when it's raining.
Yeah.
Blocking your blessings.
But after you've been praying for rain.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? After you've been praying for rain and it rains, it's like putting the umbrella up. Like, didn't you ask for this?
Right.
Like, oh no, I don't want it.
I don't want to get.
No, I don't need it. That's what you've been praying for. And so the universe says, well, they must not want it, so we won't give it. You know what I'm saying? And so that's another piece. Just even simple things, for example, receiving compliments. A lot of people don't know how to receive compliments.
Yes, they shoot them down.
Or
this
they,
old thing. Or,
right. I love that shirt you got on. Oh, this old thing.
Right.
Or no, I love the shirt you have on.
Yeah.
That's like a programming thing too. It's like we automatically want to give a compliment back.
Yeah, that's the
Sometimes you just say, thank you. That's hard for some people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Somebody says you have a beautiful smile. Just say thank you.
Yeah.
Because now you received it. You know? And then listen to yourself. Listen to and feel your feelings. What do you feel?
Yeah. What comes
what comes up for you when that happens, and that's a signal for us to explore a little bit deeper. Like, maybe I'm not that good with receiving.
There's a block there.
Yeah, what's this block about?
Right.
Why am I blocking this energy? Do I feel worthy? Do I have some programs, some beliefs that I picked up about receiving?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What exactly does that mean? And why am I not allowing myself those things?
Yeah.
You know, simple things like a compliment.
Like a compliment.
You know?
Yeah.
That's deep.
Yeah.
That's some work. That means you got work to do in that area. And when you do that work, then that means you're going to evolve. You know what I'm saying? To a greater human being than you were yesterday. You know, and that's the whole point well, at least for those who choose to participate, that is the point.
To grow, to evolve, to, realize the truth about who we really are.
Yeah, because you deserve it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And now you're just filling up your cup.
Absolutely.
Filleth the cup.
Filleth the cup.
Please.
And then poureth into other people's cups.
Seeth. I don't know what seeth means.
I don't know. I think you just made that up. I mean, it's good. It's good. Yeah, this has been great.
It's truth. Yes. This has been awesome.
It's good to be on with you.
So I hope
with you guys too.
Indeed,
with you all. Absolutely.
I hope you guys got some value out of this. If you did, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are trying to reach 1,000 subscribers, and that's the only value that we would like.
That's all.
That's all, right? Just subscribe. The link is in the bio.
Yeah.
And and we will be back
next week,
baby. Love Hers podcast. 808, who just came in there?
What's that? Perry Tanya 0227. Hello.
Okay. Hey.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you for joining us. You can catch the replay as soon as we load it.
Yep, we're about to post it.
Make sure you subscribe to our channel on YouTube.
Please and thank you.
Hey. Yeah. Appreciate you.
All right. Until next time, family. See you.
Deuces.
Peace.
I don't wanna come down. I don't wanna come. I don't wanna come down. I don't wanna come. I don't wanna come down. I don't wanna come.
Oh, just chill till the next episode.